Since losing her life savings when the First Guardian investment scheme collapsed, Melinda Key has been fighting for herself and others to get compensation.
We all moved our superannuation within the framework of the financial system and compulsory superannuation. So we did not do the wrong thing here.
Melinda lodged a complaint to the Australian Financial Complaints Authority, which ruled in her favour. That decision is being challenged in the courts, and she says many others are still trying to recover their super.
You've got people that are waiting for their superannuation for cancer treatment, for hip surgery. So it's a huge amount of time for people to be waiting and going through that constant anxiety of what's happening.
If the court finds against Melinda, she can turn to the compensation scheme of last resort, which was introduced after the Banking Royal Commission to help victims of financial misconduct.
The priority here is that we want to look at ways to prevent these things happening in the first place.
Assistant Treasurer Daniel Mulino says the scheme is under strain after the First Guardian and Shield investment funds went under, taking with them more than $1 billion of savings from almost 12,000 people.
What this showed is, firstly, that the risk of these major collapses is higher than anyone would like to see. But secondly, that the size of these collapses and some other collapses before them is putting the scheme under pressure and calling into question its sustainability.
The compensation scheme's funded by a levy on financial advisors and other sectors, which is capped at $20 million. But with more claims flowing in, there's a shortfall of just over $170 million. The Assistant Treasurer is considering a three-tiered model for the levy. Players that cause the hardship would pay more than some others in the financial sector. Big super funds, as well as individuals who hold a self-managed super fund, could be asked to tip in.
In the case of First Guardian and Shield, that would be the financial advice sector. It would be the first port of call. Then there would be other sectors where I, as Minister, would determine that they are more proximate than other parts of the financial services sector.
The Assistant Treasurer is also considering excluding what's known as the but-for test, which could lower people's payouts. Getting rid of it means that people would only get back what they've invested rather than what they could have got had they received appropriate financial advice and earned interest.
Really punishing victims by taking away their compensation is not the solution here. I think collectively, government, the industry has failed to be good custodians of the system, and that's what led to these losses.
But the super industry wants the test dropped and says it shouldn't have to contribute to the levy, which would be passed on to members.
Our strong view is that that compensation levy should not be pushed across onto millions of everyday Australians. Instead, it should be being paid by those who bear the closest proximity and accountability for the sorts of harms that have unfolded for consumers.
Melinda Key is calling for the compensation scheme to follow a pay now, recover later model. She says investors shouldn't be the ones left waiting years for justice.
And they operated within the financial system, and it's the financial system that let them down.
A system that's facing greater scrutiny.